Live.
Hello, everyone.
So, sometimes it takes a moment for the stream to pick up, but it's probably live and running now. So, I'm going to make some big announcements today. So, for all of you who've been following us for a while, this is a really big announcement. You see that timer in the background there. We are running our first annual Hack-a-Thon official event. We've been working toward this sort of thing for years. It's just way harder to build than it might sound like on the surface. But it's here, and it's happening this weekend. For those who decide they're ready to basically try building what. So let's talk about what's going to happen. So let me tell you a little bit about this hackathon event that we're running. Basically, you're going to learn DevSecOps, but how are you going to learn DevSecOps in this hackathon competition? Well, you're going to learn how to build and license your own solution, all in a 2-hour packed amount of time. Believe it or not, within 2 hours you're going to learn how to build a solution, and then you're going to learn how to license your solution so that it's your license to decide how you want to manage that license. We'll teach you how, and then you're going to learn how to basically build a demo of your ideas. So you get to learn how to build an idea, license an idea, and then demo your idea, which then it's up to you if you decide to go and start a little side thing with this, or maybe it's just a one-time lesson. Maybe you're trying to build a side income or build a company or build a department or a minimum viable, whatever you're trying to build. I have no idea what you're trying to build, but the coolest part is you will get prizes. We have sponsored prizes from GitLab themselves. So then you'll get an opportunity to get either say like, do we have any other prizes nearby? Anyways, like backpacks and
we'll show them tomorrow. We'll be live again tomorrow, and we can show those off.
You'll show off some of the prizes.
Yeah. And you can go look at the last couple streams that Jordan's done, because he's also been showing those prizes off. Go to our YouTube channel.
That's right.
Find that stuff.
And the most important one is the winner will get our very own Master of the Cloud program, which teaches you how to go from just having this idea that you made to actually turning it into something like a real company or real side income, or how to actually do something real with something instead of just like, okay, so I did this DevSecOps thing and I made a thing and I demoed that thing. Well, now you can make a living with that thing or make some side money if you want to. So that's ultimately what the hackathon's all about. We've been teaching this sort of thing for years. The DevSecOps Dojo started on November 5th of really 2020, November 5th, 2020.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the 5th of November that we started. Anyways.
So nearly 3 years. We're going on 3 years here.
And
so.
We said that we would teach cloud by building a community cloud. And so community means it had to be open source, because I mean, who makes a community thing not open source? That just makes no sense.
Right.
So we taught cloud by building a community cloud with our community. And now we can use that to do hackathons and host events and teach people how to do all these complex things that otherwise you might need like AWS for, or something along those lines. Which you can also do this in AWS too if you really wanted to. So it's not saying that you have to leave other clouds. You can work with all the clouds. So you can Master of the Cloud means that our solutions work with all versions of the clouds. So you can have something that lives in Linode, AWS, Azure, all these different types of clouds, and on your desk. So
build your own cloud.
You can put it all on your desk if you want. You could start on your desk and then scale it out to other things, and then one day have hundreds of customers of your own. Yes. How do you feel about it?
I think it's amazing. It's really, of course, exciting to have an event as like the culmination of all of this. So we can scroll up and maybe go check out the page here for that event. You can click this link up here at the top of the screen, or you can scroll down here and just click sign up now. And here it is. This is the live DevSecOps 101 workshop and Zero Trust Cockpit Hackathon. So essentially what you're going to be doing during this event is building, like Nathan was saying, a business-ready pipeline with your Zero Trust Cockpit. We're going to show you how to get your Cockpit up and running during the first 30-minute like instructional portion of the hackathon. And then we're going to kind of send you on your way and let you customize, your Cockpit. And also you're going to build out a blueprint, which can be just kind of a basic whiteboard of your idea. You're going to kind of chart out your idea, and we'll show you a little bit about how to do that as well.
And how to license it.
And then, of course, you're going to license this using GitLab, and we'll show you how to do that so that at the end of this event, you're going to have a business-ready asset, essentially, something that you own yourself, whether you decide you want to make it open source so everyone can use it like we've done with our Underground Nexus, or you can, make it, license it and sell it, or whatever you want to, do whatever you want with it. If you want to create sort of a side business or just a side project, maybe you've got a home project that you've been thinking of and you want to just have a reason to sit down and like just plan it all out and create, a Cockpit environment for you to do the development for your project. That's what this event is all about. If you've been putting off starting your side business, starting that like side project, or even just starting your home lab, this is take this as your sign that you need to join this workshop this weekend and just do it.
That's right. It's like with other programs, you get like a little certification and things like that, and you end up with a complete business pipeline, or at least licensed solution that you've come up with. Whether or not you go anywhere with it or decide to continue using it, some of you might just be like, I just want a job, and so I came to this thing to learn DevSecOps. Oh, great. I just learned some DevSecOps. Now I want to go get paid. So that's okay, too.
Absolutely.
So it just really depends on what your goals are. If you are trying to get a job with this instead of like starting a little business or something along those lines, then you have an amazing portfolio item. Be like, hey, by the way, that thing you're trying to accomplish, it's sitting on my desk. Check this out. Like, there you go.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be a super cool event. We've got an FAQ on this page as well if you have any questions. Nato, tell us what kind of, like, essentially what we need in order to be ready to do this hackathon. What is the hardware or requirements that people should have ready to start?
So to make it as simple as possible, if you want like the full software factory experience where everything sort of like is pre-configured for you as possible, spend some time before all of this setting up an underground nexus. Why an underground nexus? The underground nexus actually standardizes all of the configuration. So if you get stuck trying to troubleshoot something, you're like, I can't figure this thing out, or this isn't working how it's supposed to work. If you're using the underground nexus, it's an incredible developer tool that even helps us help you. Where like we can generally assume that something's not working because of something that's going to be the same for anyone who's using the underground nexus, which is what makes it a great resource for development. Otherwise, if you are someone who's a little more experienced or comfortable using your own resources or not afraid to tinker a little bit and deal with a little more troubleshooting, you may absolutely use any system that is running Docker or Kubernetes. If you've never used Kubernetes, I strongly advise against using Kubernetes unless that's just what you use routinely. Some people, that's what you use for your living, so it's like you use it every day. Great. At that point, it makes perfect sense to use Kubernetes. If you prefer to use Docker and you've used that before, that's also a very easy way to get working with things. And you don't necessarily need an underground nexus. If you get our Cloud Jutsu program, which if you're in the DevSecOps dojo, you can get it for free. Otherwise, it's $24. Does support our business if you spend $24 on Cloud Jutsu. But the Cloud Jutsu program contains the Zero Trust Cockpit that we're going to be using. So you can actually practice setting one up yourself in Docker, which is actually really not that bad. We have a single copy-paste line to paste your Zero Trust Cockpit. And the difference between the Zero Trust Cockpit and the Underground Nexus is it doesn't need activation versus the Underground Nexus has 2 steps. You paste it and then activate it. The Zero Trust Cockpit's actually fewer steps. But you want to show the Cloud Jutsu program for people who are like,
absolutely.
What are you talking about? It's on our website, so just go to the homepage.
You can go to, actually, it's here as well.
the drop-down menu.
Right there.
So this is Cloud Jutsu. This is a great starting point if you're not even sure about how any of this stuff works. Like I said, if you don't want to pay for it, you can come to the DevSecOps dojo and get it for free, especially if you are on a budget. But otherwise, it's only $24 if you want to support our business. This is a great way to learn how to get started with the basic resources that we'll be using for the hackathon. And one thing that you will be doing with this is you'll learn how to configure what are called Git runners in this program with DevSecOps, so that your source is separate from your hosted resource, which you'll learn what that means in this program. So if someone attacks, say, like your Zero Trust Cockpit, it's isolated from the thing that's running the Zero Trust Cockpit, which means that an attack on your cockpit is going to not impact your source. It's this whole like DevSecOps shift left thing of shifting left, put the security before everything else.
Yes, start with security in mind.
Bake the security
Build it
in.
all
Make
with security.
Abstract
in
all
mind.
the things. So when so protect the source code. But anyways, you'll learn these types of things, these types of concepts, and
yeah, and it's also just a good intro to our business model, the 3-year cycles that we talk about, the blueprint concept, all of these things. So Cloud Jutsu is a great place to start. And it also gives you all the resources that you need to build an Underground Nexus environment. It's all in there.
Yeah, and don't worry if you haven't gone through this before taking the course. Like, you'll end up getting this for free too if you join the hackathon, because it's part of the event. And we'll show you exactly how to use it. So as long as you have Docker at the minimum, or Kubernetes, or an Underground Nexus. So recommendation, get an Underground Nexus if you can. Otherwise, just come with Docker or Kubernetes beforehand and you're good. And or Podman, it works with Podman as well.
Great. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. Let's hop back over to the FAQ page here. Let's see. So it'll be like we said, it'll be kind of we'll have a workshop portion. The first 30 minutes we'll get you all set up for everything. And then of course we will be available throughout as well. If you have any questions or concerns, you can chat with us and we'll be able to help you out as the event is going on. And then you'll have a couple hours to spend with your cockpit. And then at around 2:30, we're going to transition into like demoing time, and you'll be able to show us what you've built, show us your asset, do a demo of your blueprint and your cockpit, and we will assess the viability of your idea and the completeness of all of it. If you don't finish it, it's okay. We know it's like kind of a crunch time, but we want you to kind of try and flesh your idea out as much as possible and then present it to us like you're pitching your idea. So then at 3, we will be providing, doing a little after party where we will announce the winners and, have
see who gets things.
Yeah, have some exciting, fun times. Present our awards. We've got some awesome swag from GitLab. Shout out to GitLab for co-sponsoring this event with us. And we also will be giving out some digital prizes from Cloud Underground, as well as the winner, the grand prize winner, will get the Master of the Cloud course bundle, which is the comprehensive bundle of all of the courses from Cloud Underground, all of the educational experiences, the RPG and ebook, and the MVP guide. There's a WordPress building course in there. DevSecOps 101, all of these things are in the Master of the Cloud bundle.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to look forward to. And then let's see, what else? I think that kind of answers most of the questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them into the LinkedIn chat. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to drop them into the YouTube chat. And we're really looking forward to this event. It's going to be super fun. Again, it's kind of our first run of this hackathon event, but it's something we're hoping to do again in the future. But don't wait to sign up, because
this is your chance
to really like get in, on the ground floor and get
Some cool
build your
stuff.
business. Don't wait, do it now.
Create your ideas,
Build
or at
your
least
home
learn how to
lab.
create an idea. Create a home lab. Create development
something
space.
that's going to impress a future employer.
That's right.
All of these things are beneficial. So DevSecOps is
Build a smart home.
the way.
Yeah, you could start all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Seeing how it looks on all the channels and just making sure that the stream is working.
Definitely. Yep, looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else do we need to discuss about the event? I think it's going to be really fun, and
Should be amazing.
Yeah.
Join us.
Cool. All right, everyone, have a great evening, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.
Big